Hi, I'm Rachel Gray. Welcome to my cooking channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really delicious banana bread. I learned how to make this in home ec in 7th grade, and it's still my favorite recipe. So thank you, Mrs. Sorensen. It rocks. We're going to start with 3 beautiful bananas. You can see that they've had their day, but now we're going to turn them into something fantastic. So the first thing I'm going to do is mash up the bananas. And if they are fairly mushy, you can actually just kind of squeeze them out of the banana. But if they're not as mushy, just carefully take the banana out of the skin and wash your hands. And then just with a fork, mash the banana. It's super easy because the bananas are soft. So the bananas are all mashed. I'm just going to set them aside. And I'm going to start with 1 cup of sugar. A half of a cup of shortening. I just use the sticks, Crisco. I don't know why anybody would buy that big bucket anymore now that you don't have to. And I just use the non-flavored kind, but you could use the butter flavor, that's fine. I don't think it changes the taste at all. And I'm just going to mix these together really quickly with my mixer. Next is 2 eggs. I'm going to mix the eggs with the shortening sugar mixture with my hand beaters as well. At this point, we'll add the banana. And now we'll add our dry ingredients. Two cups of flour. One teaspoon of baking soda. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Then mix those together. At this point, your batter is going to be really thick. The last thing we need to add is a half of a cup of chopped walnuts. I really love walnuts, so my half of a cup is probably closer to a cup. Just give the walnuts a rough chop with your knife, and then I just chop the other way just a little bit. It's okay if you have fairly big pieces of walnut in there. I really like the walnuts, and I do like them when they're big, so I don't worry about that. Then I'm just going to go ahead and put them into my batter. Then mix in your walnuts with your mixer. And you're all done. All you have left to do is bake it. So this banana bread makes a lot. So you need a 10-inch loaf pan. You'll notice that my 10-inch loaf pan is dark. If your loaf pan is dark, you need to turn the temperature down 25 degrees. So instead of baking it at 350 for 1 hour, you're going to bake it at 325 for 1 hour. I go ahead and spray my loaf pan with cooking spray. Or you could line it with parchment, either way. Pour the batter into the pan. And bake it in a 325 degree oven for a dark pan, or 350 degree oven for a lighter inside of the loaf pan for 1 hour. I find that it usually takes me a little bit longer than an hour. Probably between 65 and 70 minutes. It just really will depend on your oven. Also, I don't use convection for banana bread. It's one of the 5 things that I don't use convection for because it makes it goopier on the inside. So we'll check back in an hour. I just took the banana bread out of the oven, and this is what you're looking for. On the top, it's going to look dry. If it's still wet looking, then you need to cook it a little bit longer. And it's not quite so soft if you touch the top. You can find this recipe and over 200 other recipes on my blog, cookingwithrachel101.com. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.